Hello all, welcome to the lecture series. Today we are going to see about the binder jet technology. Binder jet technology is also one of the powder based additive manufacturing technique. The main difference between the powder based technique and this technique is that the powder is fused by the application of laser in selective laser sintering and selective laser melting. So because of the fusion of the material or the melt pool is created by the application of laser, there the material is converted from powder based to solid form. Whereas in this technique, the powder is coated over the layer and then it is supplied with the binding agents. These binding agents are added over layer by layer in order to bind or glue the layers. So that is a difference. There laser is used, here the binding agents are used to bond the layers. So that is the main difference between these techniques. So during the process, a material in the finest form is bonded by the printhead. So this printhead is having a loaded at the top of the equipment. This printhead supplies the powder material over the build area. So the build area is supplied with the powder and then the binding agent is sprinkled over on it. So once the binding agent is sprinkled, a roller is able to roll the next layer so that the bonding between the layer 1 and layer 2 is achieved. So schematic diagram of the process where you can see the material is loaded on the left hand side. The material is loaded in the form of a powder. This material is loaded at the top of the nozzle, and this nozzle is used to supply the powder in a distributed way. So you can see the material on the left hand side and the binding agent that is specified in green color on the right hand side. So these two things are loaded as a raw material and it is rolled by a roller. You can see the roller which is attached to the printhead. So once the binding agent and the material is supplied, the roller starts rolling. So this is a roller where by the application of heat, the layers are bonded. So this roller is a heated roller. So because of the heat in this roller, the layers are bonded together. So you can see the step-by-step process. In step 1, the powder is deposited. That is the layer 1 is deposited by the nozzle or the printhead. In the step number 2, the inkjet, that is the present on the top of the printhead, that inkjet applies the binding agent. So this binding agent is represented in green color. So this binding agent is supplied according to the type of the powder. So it depends upon the powder. For example, epoxies can be used and the material can be a polyamide, nylon, etc. So these materials are bonded by the application of the binding agents. So the step number 3 is the layer is rolled by the roller again. So this step continues. The powder is once again coated and then the binding agent is applied and the process repeats. So this process is repeated until the required thickness of the geometry is achieved. So let us see a video of the working principle.
Binder jetting.
So we can see how the binder jetting is done. So here you can see the layer is deposited by the printhead. So normally in the foundries we can see how the melting process is done by using the furnace. And it is a tedious process which involves high energy. Whereas this process there is no such requirement, and this process is a seamless operation. So the production time is also very lesser production time is required. So all kind of projects or larger components can be made by using this process. So binder jetting is X1 is one of the manufacturers who are having manufacturing this binder jetting equipment for years. So once the layer is supplied with binding agent, again it is recoated. So this supplies the particle. You can see how the particle is laid over the layers. Once it is laid, the printhead supplies the binding agent. So this binding agent that is in the liquid form is sprinkled in between the particles. So this action helps to bond the particles. So this is how layer bonding is achieved. So once the first layer is printed, the print area lowers down, and then again the print head supplies the fresh particle or the fresh layer. So this process is continued, and then at the end, the unwanted materials are cleaned, and then the material is taken out of the build area. So this is one of the effective process in which there is no application of laser, and different kinds of materials can be printed by using this technique. These are the applications over the technique. So you can use metallic and sand and plastic kind of materials for printing this pots. So the disadvantage and advantages. So advantages is that it is compatible with the wide range of materials. And the second thing is the process. The process here is a can be operated in a room temperature. There is no oxidation issues, and the residual stresses are eliminated. So that is how the process. And the sizes are we can use a different kind of sizes, smaller size to larger size components. The volume of the components is can be also high in a production rate, and there is no support structures required. The support structures are the material. The excess powder material acts as a support structure, and the speed of the process is high, and it has a versatile application of various densities of materials. These are the advantages. When it comes to disadvantages, it is a multi-step process, and there is a risk in distortion. So the geometry can be distorted because it uses a powder kind of material, and the unwanted materials are removed manually. So this is a tedious process. So this is what the disadvantages and advantages of the binder jetting technology.